Hello, can I have confirmation if the African Regional Plenary has ended or not from the team of officials? It has. Thank you so much. Yay! So for the new NMOs that have joined us, only one representative per delegation per NMO. You have to be one chair away from your friends, so you cannot sit without a chair in between you and your friend. Only one representative per NMO at the table. We will be starting to distribute the voting cards. That means people that are sitting should remain seated. People that are standing, you should not be standing. You should find a seat or you should go to the back. The only people that can stand are my returning officers and the people moving to the back. Hello, welcome back, people. So we are going to start distributing your voting cards. Please have your seat and pay attention. We are going to continue what we have been doing for the past days. We are going to call you out, and we expect you to raise your hand once you can hear your name. Yes. So we start with Albania, but Bill Armenia, AMSA Austria, BMSS Bangladesh, BAMSA Belgium, Bohemsa Bosnia and Herzegovina. Thank you. Summit Bosnia and Herzegovina of SIPSA. Test. Yes, there. Thank you. IFMSA Brazil. Welcome. Okay. Then Brazil. Then okay. AMSB Bulgaria. IFMS Canada. Canada, no.
Present.
Thank you, Canada. IFMSA Quebec. IFMSA Chile. Colombia. You, what can they be? From is Croatia. Croatia is here. Thank you. Missing Northern Cyprus. Northern Cyprus? No? Okay. IFMSA Czech Republic. IMCC Denmark. IFMSA Egypt. IFMSA El Salvador. ESMSA Estonia. EMSA Ethiopia. FIMS Finland. BBMD Germany. And then France. Helmis Greece. Greece is there. Thank you.
IFMSA Hong Kong? Who are you? Hungry? No. Kenya? No. IFMSA Latvia? No. IFMSA Lebanon? I hope it's correct. Thank you. IFMSA Libya? IFMSA Lithuania? Alam Luxembourg? Luxembourg? Oh, okay. Here. MMSA Malta? Ahmed Mexico? Okay, we are coming to you. Mexico is there. IFMSA Morocco?
IFMSA Palestine. Palestine? No. IFMSA Panama? IFMSA.
Slovenia? Thank you. IFMSA Spain? Hola. Aix Catalonia? Oh, thank you. I come back. Mission Sudan? IFMSA Sweden? Swimsa Switzerland? IFMS Taiwan? IFMSA Thailand? Where are you? Oh. Associate Tunisia? Tunisia? Okay. Turkmenis Turkey? Yeah, they are here. From Uganda? From Ukraine?
The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Okay. Tamsa Tanzania? Tanzania. No? Vietnam? Zimbabwe? And if you couldn't get your voting cards, who are you? Hamza, Austria. Oh. So for people that just came in and found their seat, you cannot be more than 1% per your delegation at the table. If you are seating, you have to be one chair away from your friend. So look around you. If there's no chair between you and your friend, you cannot be there. Anyone else? Okay. Please keep your voting cards with you and don't leave them alone. And I give back. Thank you, Maliki. Anyone at the table, one chair between you and your friend. Let me also tell the people at the back and the people upstairs what we are going to do for this election process. You choose where you want to be. You have two choices. If you're not at the table, you go to the back, the stairs. You can't be you can't be both at the back and the stairs. Okay? What I mean by that is you choose a place in your spaces. We will close off the stairs so you can't move. If you want upstairs, you stay upstairs. If you stay down, you stay down. You cannot move in between these spaces. The stairs is already closed, I am told. Thank you so much for your help. People, you cannot go beyond the red boards. Those are there for a reason. It is to block people from looking at the votes. There are spaces at the two ends of the hall where there's some bags and also another table. You cannot come through these spaces either, which means we have three closed spaces. One at the front here with the votes, one at the third one upstairs. You choose which space you want to occupy. When you are in one of these spaces and we have started elections, you have to be silent. You cannot move and you cannot speak. You may breathe, that's fine, but to people. I don't want anything wrong to go with the elections. I don't want to re-vote for elections. This is very bad. We have on the agenda for voting on the executive board and the interim officials, which include two RDs, and SEPCO, finally the host. So for these, have a very small we will have a very small break in between each so that in case you need to change and swap out with someone else in your delegation, we can do it.
The back, leading delegates, general delegates, externals, and alumni. Please be silent. He's echoing everyone. To please be silent. My heads of delegation, please be the bad cop and text your internal delegates, please. Let Camille speak. I can still hear you. Guys, be responsible and tell the people around you to shh.
Thank you so much, Theo. Okay. So as I was saying, we will have a very small break in between each of these agenda points for elections. Reason being that if you need to swap out with someone else, you may, but we will keep the same configuration, and I want this to be done as silently as possible. Proceed is that once we start with elections, everything in this hall has to be as silent as I can hear fly. So this is not good enough. Let's test it. Stay completely silent as if we're doing elections. That's very good. Thank you so much. Appreciate your collaboration. So we have to stay this silent during elections, okay? For the elections themselves, we will be opening the votes for all the positions with the same agenda point, which means we will be opening votes for the executive board all at once for all positions. We will take a look at the votes that we have received, and we will let you know if we need to go further down to a second round if needed. The case where a second round may be needed means that we have not obtained the majority for this candidate or for this position to be filled out or for a candidate to be elected. The majority that we need is called absolute, which is the next natural number more than 50%. And we will show it on the slides once we get there. So if we do not attain this majority, we may need a second round where we will call it as the vote of confidence. It will go on until we do reach such majority that is needed. We will only announce the have obtained all the rounds. Once we finish with the elections of the executive board, small technical break, as I said, and then we will proceed with the elections of the interim officers, and we do the same thing. We open all the votes at once, you may vote, and then we reconvene until we do reach the majority needed. For the supervising council, we will repeat it when we get there, but at the moment what we have is we have two candidates that are valid, and so we have two open positions. We will vote on them separately. So you will see one vote for candidate A and another vote for candidate B. And then finally, for the host of the March meeting, we have received one candidature and we will vote on that. Is it clear? Seems to be. That is good. Thank you so much. Can the online people still hear us? And is it loud and clear, or are there still difficulties with hearing?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
I will also let you know how we will proceed when announcing the votes. Essentially, you have to let the candidates that have reached the absolute majority scream, clap, chant, whatever you want to do, but we have to hear them loud and clear first before you can celebrate. Also, please keep in mind and be respectful for the candidates that unfortunately did not gain this majority. Let's be respectful of their time and their effort that they have put in their candidature and within our federation. Any questions before we move on? So no questions about the elections themselves. That's good. Okay. Before we start talking exactly and then go into the election of the executive board, we have received a request for a speakers list. Who would like, okay, Ms. Antonia would like to be on the speakers list. Aix Catalonia. And then France. Médecins Sudan. Anyone else would like to be on the speakers list? Okay. In this case, the recorder online, can you hear the speakers list?
Yes, me too. I want to say something. Speaker list, please.
Sure, we will add you on. Thank you so much. Okay, Consa Croatia, also on the speakers list. Anyone else would like to be on the speakers list? No. Okay. In this case, Limsa Lithuania, please, you have 2 minutes. Hostage, Johanna Salvatore. Then IFMSA family. This is a statement on behalf of Salvatore. IFMSA for system season. We need to talk about something that's been we know this weeks. You join the team, you then prepare up here, and eventually you seek the blessing to the directly one is to support and the constituents of the so when we see candidates get signature from received. If you spend your signature, that says and then it's not just it's a character reference. It means this person through them. When the candidate goes to a different end just to get involved, some should resource funds. They are then passing to ask ourselves moving forward, how is the IFMC expected to trust the candidate? Trust them. We all have option factors. If we start with trust and deviation, how let's keep them honest. Let's trust on who actually did the work. Thank you. Thank you so much. Aix Catalonia.
Sorry, can we have Anne in France go first?
Is that okay with you, Anne in France? Please.
Dear animals, this statement is delivered on behalf of Anne in France, Anne in Portugal, and IFMSA in Switzerland, and any other animals who wish to raise their voting cards in support of this message. We would like to express our concern regarding what appears to be visible lobbying during this process. Such practices risk undermining the spirit of fair and transparent democratic decision-making that our organization strives to uphold. Furthermore, we would like to remind everyone of the importance of respecting all candidates, regardless of personal preferences or disagreements. Running for a position requires courage, commitment, and a genuine willingness, to serve our community. We should also remain mindful of the words we use and the tone we adopt, as the outcome of election and the atmosphere surrounding them can have a significant impact on the motivation and engagement of candidates who have invested their time and energy in this process. Disagreement is a natural and healthy part of democratic debate. However, disagreement should never turn into disrespect or personal attacks. Let us therefore strive to maintain a culture of constructive dialogue, mutual respect, and democratic integrity, free from undue influence. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It seems that the mic Anne in France was using worked for the online people, so we might just have to switch the mics. They couldn't hear the first statement via Limsa Lithuania, unfortunately. Thank you.
Dear IFMSA family, this statement is on behalf of Aix Catalonia, IFMSA Spain, Anne in Portugal, Slomsik Slovenia, IFMSA Czech Republic, Den in Brazil, IFMSA Quebec, IFMSA Brazil, Asimco Colombia, Humsik Hungary, Alem Luxembourg, IFMSA Iraq, IFMSA Joe, IFMSA Poland, IFMSA the Netherlands, Swimsik Finland, IFMSA Kurdistan, EMSA Estonia, SIMSA Syria, Helmsick Greece, FGH UK, AMSA Austria, Medicine Sudan, PAMSA Palestine, and MSA Norway, IFMSA Sweden, IMCC Denmark, and all of those who raised their voting cards. All the candidates for their courage and motivation to step forward to serve our beloved federation. Running for an EVTO position is a commitment that reflects passion for our shared mission and values. We say that IFMSA is our chosen family, and it is precisely because of that that we feel it is important to address the concerns circulating around the candidating period. We believe that it is important to acknowledge them and collectively reflect on the standards we wish to uphold within our federation. As NMOs, we share our responsibility to maintain the principles of fairness, transparency, and integrity in all IFMSA processes. We therefore encourage all members and delegations to remain mindful of these values and avoid behavior or compromise the spirit of fair and transparent elections. We would also like to take this opportunity to remind everyone of the importance of mutual respect within our community. Let us all continue to engage with one another in a respectful, supportive, professional, and constructive manner, especially during discussion and decision-making processes. This statement is not directed to any individual. Rather, it serves as a reminder that decisions during elections should be based on each candidate's motivation, experience, CV, and vision for the federation, and not on external pressures or personal interests. Let us all work together to ensure that the election process reflects the values that we trust and define IFMSA. Thank you.
Thank you. Medicine Sudan.
Can we go last? Sorry.
Medicine Sudan would like to go last. IMP Ecuador and Kromsik, is that okay with you? Okay. So this means that IMP Ecuador, if you're okay with that, you may go.
Okay, it's time to me.
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you, please.
Can you hear me? Hello? Yes, okay. Dear FMSA family, this statement is from IMP Ecuador. Today is the day many of us have been waiting for. The past few days haven't been easy. Throughout the session in the discussion forums we've shared during this General Assembly, we felt the way for this moment. Tension and firm conviction have emerged, and is often the case in any community that truly cares about its present and its future. However, today, I would like to invite each of us to pause for a moment. Today isn't about winning. Today is about something much bigger than any of us, the future of the Federation that for 25 years have been representing the aspirations and the voice of medical students around the world. We are at a pivotal moment. The newly elected executive board we will vote for today will carry with in the trust of more than 1.5 million medical students. They will be the ones who represent our voices in the spaces where discussions are made, who take our values and place where change is possible, and who reflect to the world what is Federation stands for. Therefore, we call upon each member of this General Assembly to act today in very vote in good faith, with the concision and principled decision to believe that the person next to us also desires that is best to the Federation, but not from fear, but from vision, disagree respectful, and accept the results with a made for and dignity to characterize this community. IFMSA is only as strong as the spirit with which the government it made a decision we make today reflect the best of who we are at compassionate and courageous community. May the newly elected executive board be guided by the trust we place, and it is a
Thank you so
responsibility.
much. Your time is up. Thank you.
Thank
Time
you.
is up. Thank you, IMP Ecuador. Thank you. Kromsik Croatia, please, 2 minutes.
Ana Maria Yaroshi, her Kromsik Croatia. Dear IFMSA family, this is a statement on behalf of Kromsik Croatia. Kromsik Croatia would like to take this opportunity to share a few words regarding one of our members, Kana Halic Kordic. Kana's involvement with Kromsik is not incidental. It is the result of years of intentional investment in leadership, in knowledge, and who truly embody the mission of this federation. We watched her grow and we ran beside her. Her expertise, her dedication, and her speak for themselves. We are proud to call her Powers. We would also like to take this moment to address any questions that may have arisen regarding the position. Consecration support for Khan has been consistent and remains so today. It has not been withdrawn. It has not. We must also be transparent about something that has reached us that we cannot leave unaddressed. It's regarding lobbying have been circulating within this space. We want to state clearly, Hannah has not engaged in any such contact at any. She was not aware that this statement would be delivered today. This is CROM6 initiative and CROM6 only. It is painful to witness unfair speculations being directed at the member nothing but contribute with integrity. That as a federation built on trust and shared values, we can hold ourselves to a standard where serious allegations are not made lightly or without foundation. We share this openly because we believe she deserves to have it said clearly and on record. Thank you for.
Thank you so much. Once again, we got comments on the Zoom chat that the mic is not working and they cannot hear. You, it's the distance from the table, apparently. Okay, I apologize. I can't make everyone come close to me. Last statement is Medicine Sudan. 2 minutes, please.
This statement is on behalf of Medicine Sudan. Please raise your voting card if you agree. We would like to wish the very best of luck for all candidates running for IFMSA Executive Board and Supervising Council positions during the March meeting 2026. Stepping forward to serve the Federation and dedicating time and effort preparing applications and reflects strong commitment to the organization. At the same time, we would like to remind all NMOs to approach their voting with a strong sense of responsibility. These elections determine the leadership that will guide our federation for the coming year, and decisions made during the process will have a lasting impact on the direction and effectiveness of our work. Across our federation, we have sometimes find ourselves approaching elections with the assumption that every position must be filled at every General Assembly. However, elections are not simply a procedural step to ensure positions are occupied. They are a moment for NMOs to collectively determine whether candidate present demonstrate the readiness, vision, and capacity required to lead the federation. Whether there is one candidate or several, NMOs should feel empowered to vote according to their genuine confidence in the leadership being proposed. The presence of one candidate or even multiple candidates does not necessarily mean that the conditions for election have been met. As NMOs, we hold the responsibility to assess not only the willingness to serve, but also the preparedness to lead. We would like to emphasize that voting against a candidate or even against all candidates is a legitimate and responsible choice if the applicants do not meet the expectations or competencies required for the role. Leaving a position vacant is preferable to compromising the quality or leadership simply to fill a seat. Finally, we encourage everyone to uphold the principles of fairness and integrity throughout the election process. Elections should remain transparent and respectful, free, especially excessive forms of persuasion that may undermine the spirit of the democratic decision making within our federation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Sudan. Okay, in this case, we have closed the speakers list. This also means that we will be starting the next agenda point, which is the elections. And I will once again repeat like a broken record, but we can only have one representative per NMO at the table. There has to be a chair between you and your neighbor. There cannot be any movement during the elections when the votes are open. You have to remain either upstairs or downstairs. You cannot go through the doors. We have people that kindly volunteer to help out to block the stairs and to block the door. And that includes the door from the outside. be presenting all the candidates for all positions. We will then open the votes for all positions within the same agenda point. So in this case, it is for the executive board of the term 2026-2027. Votes. I will look absolute majority for a certain position with the absolute majority. We'll only announce the candidate that has gained this absolute majority at the end. So we will do as many rounds as necessary to get there. We will announce them in order once, and I want you to remain silent throughout this process. You have to remain silent until the candidate says, yes, I accept. That remind everyone to be full. If there are any questions, this is the time. Action. Any move. Okay. But okay, fair. Plenary chairperson. I would like to declare conflict of interest. The position of the presidency, VPE, as opposed. Therefore, I leave the table for election of these three positions. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. I'll just wait for our vice chairperson to exit the voting area. Point of information by ASRM Moldova. Okay, the point of information is about the heating problem in the room. If there can be a bit more heating for us. Has to tell us. Is there a member of the OC? No? Okay. I do want to proceed. Is it something life-threatening that would impact the procedures? No? Okay. I would just like the OC to maybe look into that. Okay? Great. So two candidates, Rodina Ahmed Abjad. The votes that you will see are the following. 1 in favor of Ahmed Latif Mohammed, 2 in favor of Rodina Ahmed Abdelhak Abdel I'm so sorry, and 3 against, 4 abstention. This is for the position of the president. We will show you the other positions as well following. For the position of vice president for activities, as Secretary General 2010, we have received 1 candidate, Khalil Isiali from IFMSA Morocco. The choices of votes that you will see on your screen once they open is the following. In favor of Khalil Isiali, 2 against Khalil Isiali, and 3 abstention. We have the position of Vice President for Finance serving on 7. 1 candidature received for Vito Aniki Mendes Ramo from Denham, Brazil. The votes that you will see on your screen once we open them is 1 in favor of Vito Aniki Mendes Ramo, 2 against Vito Aniki Mendes Ramos, and 3 abstention. For member 2027, there are 2 candidates, Zainab Shamsuddin from Leipzig, Lebanon, and Nina Vukicevic from Bohemia, Bosnia and Herzegovina. The votes that you will see are in favor of Zainab Shamsuddin, 2 in favor of Mina Vukicevic, and 3 against both, 4 abstention. If you have a point of order or information, please raise it. If you don't, Vice President for External Affairs 2026. Choices you have are 1 in Lakopoulou, 2 against Anna Lakopoulou, and 3 abstention. For the position of Vice President for Capacity Building 2026, we have Milicevic Luzon from Odem, Dominican Republic. The vote have are the following: 1 in favor of Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon, 2 against Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon, and 3 abstention. Last but not least, the position of Vice President for Public Relations and Communication 2026-2027. We have the following candidates: Heba Ahmad Musa Migdadi from IFMSA and Matija Martinic from Croatia. You will have the choice to 1 be in favor of Heba Ahmad Musa Migdadi, 2 in favor of Matija Martinic, or 3 against both, 4 abstention. These are the choices that you will have for the respective positions. Okay, with that being said, we will then proceed into opening the votes of the election of the Executive Board for the term 2026-2027. This means that I want silence. I want nobody moving, especially people at the back that I can see. They're kind of still crowding around. You're not allowed to do that. If I don't see you settle down, I'm not continuing. Okay, can I have the confirmation that the doors are blocked and also the stairs are also blocked? Yes, I see the upstairs. Thank you so much for your help. Okay, in this case, I will be opening the vote for all of these positions. Please give me at least a few seconds so that I can open them. You will vote on all of them and then we will reconvene at the end, okay? So please stay silent while we do this. Thank you so much. You should see that all the votes are open for all the positions in this agenda point. Please vote quietly. Is this a technical issue? Okay. So could you please raise your voting card if you have any technical issue? Can a returning officer approach them and see?
during voting process. Please let our returning officers help. Thank you. Are the technical issues solved? Is this solved for you, BVMD Germany? Yes. Okay. AMSP Bulgaria, is the technical issue okay? Solved? Excellent. Okay. Now, so all the votes are closed for this agenda item. Please give me some time to go through the votes. I will reconvene once we have the results in order to know how we will proceed from there on. While I do this, this is still within the election, so you have to remain silent and you cannot move, you cannot speak. If there is any breach of that, and obviously you can't communicate with other animals, if there's any breach of that, you're in trouble. Thank you. Please keep silent. Proceed to a second round of vote. There will be a vote of confidence for the following candidate. For the election of the President 2026-2027, you will have the following choices. 1. In favor of Ahmed Latif Mohammed. 2. Against Ahmed Latif Mohammed. And 3. Abstention. Please keep silent. I will open the vote now. The vote has been opened. There is a point of order. Is this regarding the votes? Yes,
So for the third option, it says against both, where it should be abstain.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we will close this vote. This vote does not count. I apologize for the error. The corrected vote has been opened. I will be closing the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote has been closed. Thank you so much for your patience. We will proceed. We collected all the votes for this specific agenda item for the election of the executive board of the term 2026-2027. I've listed what it means to gain absolute majority. This would show as well. The meaning of an absolute majority is the next natural number above 50%. As you can see in this example, if it is equal to 50%, 50, motion will fail. In this case, the in a situation of election, it means that they are not elected. However, if it is above the natural number, then they will be elected. If we do not reach this majority, meaning if we don't have the absolute majority, but does have such as a relative majority, the option that had the relative majority to a vote of confidence. Ultimately, the majority that is needed is an absolute. That everyone, we will proceed to announce the results in this case. Once again, I'd like to remind you, please be respectful. Please wait for the candidate to accept the position before chair making noises. Thank you so much for your collaboration. Okay, we will proceed. So the results of the election of the president 2026.
Can we have point of information from the president? We would like to remove these for now, just so people can see the slides better in the back.
Oh, I see. Yes, sorry. Just in the hall, we do have some boards. Yes, we may them for the moment of announcement of the results.
And maybe can we ask for 10-second technical break, because we do have candidates outside of the room and they are waiting just outside of the room.
It's nice to see your faces at the back now. Hello. Okay. So the delegates are standing outside. They may come in silence, and I was told that they are coming. Okay. I will just wait for people to settle down before we proceed. Do it quickly, please. Okay. I will be proceeding. Results of the election of the president 2026-2027. For the first round of voting, we had in favor of Ahmed Latif Mohammed 26, in favor of Rodona Ahmed Abdelhak Abdelwahab 25, against both 17, abstention 4 for a total of 72 votes. As I said before, we do not have the absolute majority here, and so the vote with the most votes of that reaches a relative majority in this case for that of in favor of Ahmed Latif Mohammed, which is why we proceeded to a second round. The results of the second round of vote of confidence showed in favor of Ahmed Latif Mohammed of 29, against Ahmed Latif Mohammed 34, an abstention of 6 for a total vote of 69. In this case, the majority that is required is an absolute has not been met, which means that the position of the president of the term 2026-2027 remains vacant and not filled. It will be up to the executive board of the current term 2025-2026 to make a decision as to how to proceed from here on until the start of the term occurring on October 1st of 2026. We will move on. For the results of the election of the vice presidents for activities serving also as Secretary General 2026-2027, we have in favor of Khalil Assi Ali 63, against Khalil Issi Ali 8, abstention 1 for a total of 72 votes. The results in this case shows that Khalil Isiali is elected as Vice President for Activities, serving also as Secretary General 2026-2027 by absolute majority. Khalil, do you accept the position? Wait for the mic.
Yes.
Congratulations. Thank you. Around the room, could you please, all the candidates, proceed to look at the banner of the March meeting 2026 so that we can give you the mic? For all the candidates, please proceed to the banner of March meeting 2026 so that we can easily find you and give you the mic. Also, okay, excellent, thank you. So we're proceeding. Results of the election of Vice President for Finance, serving also as Treasurer 2026-2027. We had in favor of Vito Aniki Menches Ramo, 58. Against Vito Aniki Menches Ramo, 10. Abstention 4 for a total of 72. Vito Aniki Menches Ramo is elected as Vice President for Finance, serving also as Treasurer 2026-2027 by absolute majority. Vito, do you accept the position?
Yes, I do accept the position.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. We'll proceed. Results of the election of Vice President for Members 2026-2027. We had in favor of Zainab Chamsidin against 3 votes. In this case, Zainab Shamsuddin is elected as Vice President for Members 2026-2027 by absolute majority. Zainab, do you accept the position?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We will proceed. Results, election of Vice President for External Affairs 2026-2027. We had in favor of Anna Yakopoulou, 62. Against Anna Yakopoulou, 5. Abstention 5 for two. Is elected as Vice President. Anna, do you accept the position?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Congratulations.
My God.
Thank you. Proceed. Results, election of Vice President for Capacity Building 2026-2027. We had in favor of Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon, 68. Against Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon, 2. Abstention 2 for a total of 72 votes. Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon is elected as Vice President for Capacity Building 2026-2027 by absolute majority. Mia, do you accept the position?
Yes, I accept.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Thank you. We'll proceed. Last but not least, results. Election of Vice President for Public Relations and Communication 2026-2027. In favor of Heba Ahmad Musa Migdadi, 51. In favor of Matija Martinic, 18. Against those, 1. Abstention, 3. In this case, Heba Ahmad Musa Migdadi is elected as Vice President for Public Relations and Communication 2026-2027 by absolute majority. Heba, I believe you are.
Hi, salam habibi again. Sorry, I have a bad connection. Am I audible?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, you are. Do you accept the position?
Yes,
Yes.
I do.
Okay. Thank you so much for your collaboration. The elections of the 2027. In this case, we will proceed to the next agenda item, which also means I'll have to hide your faces once again. You cannot crowd back anymore. There is a little technical break so that things can be set up once again. So please take your time. If you need to switch delegates to be at the table, you may do so as well. If you go out of the voting card, which you should not, you should give it back. Only 2 minutes. Please stay silent as they do it. If you need to go out of the turn the voting cards quickly.
Oh my God. That's, yeah. Thank you.
If you're leaving the room, please don't forget to return your voting cards. Since we are continuing the election, I think it's important.
Okay, I'm not taking a break.
To your seats. Still has attended, you lose your voting right for this plenary.
I need to make a change in this voting. It's open to everyone. I said make it open.
At the beginning, to the unattended, and so plenary. Please go back to your seats. Go back to seats. Can I have to the seats? To seats. You to the two seats. The head of delegation whispered, Theodore.
Okay, it's animal whisper back in action. Please, lots of delegations and member presence who are voting, return to your tables. Some of you have lost your voting rights, some of you didn't. Find out together.
Yes.
Yes.
No?
Okay, so please come to the front. For the elect, please take your congratulations outside. We can have some silence. Handover starts tomorrow at 6 a.m. Okay. The animals that need to come to the front, please come back now. We still need to elect two interim officials and SAPCO. So please come to the front. Be silent, please. Remember saying Martha that requested an audiobook from my voice. I will give it to you soon. Please sit down. Please sit down. Thank you. Start being more silent and let's do the trick before. Shh. To the people around you. Fishers, I see you talking. No. Shh.
Okay, so this is a kind reminder for everyone to not leave your voting cards alone in your seats. So, let's say Thailand, they lost their voting rights for the remaining of this plenary since they left them alone. Since we are also going to vote for other elections, we recommend you to keep them safe.
Thank you so much, CCC. Okay, to proceed, we need to follow the same talking to you about, which means only one person per delegation of the chair between you and your neighbors. This also means that the people, you cannot move, you cannot talk, you have confirmation from helpers at the back if the stairs and the doors are closed or not. They are okay. There's still a little friend at the back, so I'll just wait for that to settle before we move on. Okay. You cannot go to the scope room. You cannot go to the scoring room. You cannot go to the scope room unless you are from the OC. I'm not sure what is not clear about what I just said. That you cannot be anywhere than at the back, upstairs, at the front, at the tables to vote. Okay. And so we will move on. Agenda item number 32. Election of interim officials for the term 2025-2026. We will first start with the interim IFMSA Regional Director for Americas 2025-2026. We have one candidate, Mia Alexandra Milic Luzon from the Dominican Republic. The choices you will have is 1 in favor of Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon, 2 against Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon, abstain. A reminder for a regional election of a regional director. The quorum is established when 1/3 of the respective regions and the most with voting rights are present in the plenary. So this vote for the interim IFMSA Regional Director for Americas only applies to Americas animals. This doesn't mean you can talk. And it doesn't mean that you can move. We'll be opening all the votes of this agenda item at the end. So there is another position, which is the interim IFMSA Regional Director for Asia Pacific 2025-2026. We received one candidature, Sharif Mohammed Sadat from BMSS Bangladesh. Too much noise at the back. I've said this at least 20 times today. What are you doing and what is not comprehensible from what I'm saying? Thank you. And so the choices that you have is 1 in favor of Sharif Mohammed Sadat, 2 against Sharif Mohammed Sadat, and 3 abstention. So in this case, once I have complete silence, I will be opening the votes for both of the position of interim IFMSA Regional Directors for Americas 2025-2026, as well as that of interim IFMSA Regional Director for Asia Pacific for 2025-2026. Only if you're part of the region can you vote the respective candidates. We're opening the votes. Vote is open. Please vote. Okay, I will be closing the vote soon. So the vote is being closed now. The votes are closed. Please stay silent as we look at the results. Okay, I will be announcing the results. Once again, I'd like to remind you to be respectful and you cannot cheer, you cannot clap, you cannot make too much noise. Before the candidate accepts the position, I would just ask the candidate for both the officials, RD Americas and RD Asia Pacific to go to the banner near March meeting 2026 banner. Yes, okay. And just one returning officer with the mic over there. Thank you. What banners just because we won't take a break between the RD Americas and the subco just to facilitate things. I apologize if people at the back cannot see us, but you can see the candidate at least that's next to the banner. Okay. So election of interim officials for the
Results. Interim Regional Director for Americas 2025-2026. We had in favor of Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon 11. Against Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon 0. Abstention 0 for a total of 11. So Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon is elected as Interim Regional Director for Americas 2026-2027. We'll correct that on the slide with absolute majority.
2025, 2026.
So 2025-2026 with let me restart. We're sorry for the results. That is not accurate. We will correct that. Mia Alexandra Milicevic Luzon is elected as Interim Regional Director for Americas 2025-2026 with absolute majority. Mia, do you accept the position?
Accept. Oh, yes, I accept.
Congratulations.
Congrats again.
Meine Rückseite, oh, that's such. Already said she doesn't like to take Dr. Procedural. So maybe
Once again for the typo.
maybe to learn that.
Well, next we have some silence. Shh. Okay, results. Interim Regional Director for Asia Pacific 2025-2026. We have in favor of Sharif Muhammad Sadat 8, against Sharif Muhammad Sadat 0, abstentions 1, for a total of 9. And so Sharif Muhammad Sadat is elected as Interim Regional Directors to Asia Pacific 2025-2026 with absolute majority. Sadat, do you accept the position?
Yes.
Congratulations.
No, next time.
Hmm?
Here, both of us.
That is the end of this agenda item.
It's our bees. It's our bees.
Silence. Okay, we are moving to the next agenda item. So for people to please settle down as much as you can. You cannot go in between the white bills. If you're leaving the room to give your voting card back or you're losing your voting rights. Could we please have someone bridge the gap between those two banners on this side? Use the side where there was someone just pushed it over and yes, thank you, Rebecca. Yes, thank you, Urdula. Every for the thousandth time, you cannot be more than one person sitting at the voting table for delegation. You have to leave one chair between you and your neighbor. And you have to stay quiet and not move throughout this process. Thank you so much. So, agenda item number 33, election of IFMSA Supervising Council for the term 2025-2027. These are the candidates: Isidora Sibinovic from IFMSA Serbia and Joao Rodriguez Nieto from Denim Brazil. There were 2 positions open for this call. There are 2 candidates as well. What this means is that we have decided that we will open 2 separate votes for position number 1. You will have the choice of 1 in favor of Isidora Sibinovic, 2 against Isidora Sibinovic, and 3 abstention. What is going on? 2 people moving like this. What are the elections? This is very much appropriate. You cannot do this. Walk of shame. Okay. This is position number 1. Position number 2. You will have the following choices: 1 in favor of Joao Rodriguez Neto, 2 against Joao Rodriguez Neto, and 3 abstention. You will have 2 separate votes that open at the same time. As a reminder, once again, 2 open positions for SAPCO, 2 candidates. You vote separately for them. I hope that makes sense. Once again, the majority that is needed is absolute. So in this case, absolute as well. I will be opening the votes now. These votes are open. Please vote.
I will be closing the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote is now closed. Please give me a few moments to look at the results, and you have to stay quiet and be silent. Thank you. Okay. So I will be announcing the results. I will just ask the candidates to go to the meeting 2026. I believe only candidate is in person. Okay. And so elections of IFMSA Supervising Council for the term 2025-2027. Position number 1, we have in favor of Isidora Sibinovich 57, against Isidora Sibinovich 5, abstention 6, for a total of 63. So Isidora Sibinovich is elected as Supervising Council 2025-2027 by absolute majority. Isidora, you are online. Do you accept the position?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Okay. We proceed. Position number 2. We have in favor of Joao Rodriguez Neto 40, against Joao Rodriguez Neto 16, abstention 13, for a total of 69. So Joao Rodriguez Neto is elected as Supervising Council 2025-2027 by absolute majority. Joao, do you accept the position?
Yes, I do.
Congratulations.
we're there.
Okay.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah, that's the original one, but they might miss the line to submit that can make sure to submit. We all the take it. That's the truth. It was always music. Yeah. No, 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 it's fine. August. Yeah, only August music for you.
Okay. I was told there would be a speakers list request after the elections of SUBCO. Yes, I see you. IFMSA TO. Anyone else would like to be on the speakers list? SUBCO. Yes. Yes, I see you. Okay, anyone else would like to be on the speakers list? No. Okay, IFMSA TO, you have 2 minutes, please. Dear selected team of officials at interim 25-26, executive board elect for 2026-27, and elected supervising council members for 2025-2027. Today marks a special milestone in our federation. Thank you so much for your hard work, the dedication, and the passion you put in your applications, presentations, and debates. Your commitment to this journey has been inspiring to witness. Leading our federation is never a responsibility to be taken lightly. It brings long hours, challenges, and lots of uncertainty. It also brings growth, purpose, and countless small victories worth celebrating. Above all, it carries the profound responsibility of representing and leading more than 5 students worldwide. We trust the decision of the NMOs, and we place more trust in you as the next leaders of IFMSA. We are proud of you, and we cannot wait to support you in your elect journey, ensuring that on October 1st, 2026, you will be more than ready to lead the nation as the 76th IFMSA Executive Board and Supervising Council. We wish you courage, resilience, and joy in the journey ahead. Most importantly, to embrace and enjoy every part of it. With pride, IFMSA team of officials 2025-26.
Hi, this is Jainil Subco, he, him, on behalf of Subco, dear animals, members, and the newly elected officials. The IFMSA Supervising Council extends a warm welcome to the new officials now trusted with the leadership of the Federation. We congratulate you and have confidence in you for executing the responsibilities you are now vested with. We welcome the new EB-elect and are elated and excited to work with you. We sincerely hope that our interbody collaboration flourishes in the coming term, and we look forward to working for the benefit of IFMSA and our members hand in hand with you. We are delighted to also welcome the new Supervising Council members, and we sincerely hope we have a fruitful term ahead with you on board. We also extend our congratulations to our interim elected officials. For those that did not get the majorities today, we sincerely appreciate your grit, courage, and determination towards this federation, and look forward to seeing you in these spaces growing higher. Wishing everyone all the best, Supervising Council.
Thank you so much. We have not finished the elections as there is another agenda item.
And so we should keep the same quiet state as you have been keeping. So, agenda item number 34, election of the host organization for the 76th March meeting, General Assembly 2027. We had a request for a speakers list here, number 28. Who would like to be on the speakers list? This is before we vote on the host of the March meeting 2027. Saki Kenya, are you online? You were the one who wanted this? Okay, well, the animal who requested the speakers list is not here, so we will close the speakers list and move on. And so here, we have received one candidature. I will not proceed if people at the back are still talking and people upstairs are still talking and moving. Okay, and so we did receive one candidature from Mitsaranda. The choices that you will have on the vote is 1 in favor of Mitsaranda, 2 against Mitsaranda, and 3 abstention. I will open the vote once everyone is silent. Okay, we are opening the vote now. Please vote. Closing the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2. The vote is closed. I'm not sure who's playing music outside. Okay, we can take down the white at the back, the folding slides. We can take them down, please. It's fine if we don't want to, but just letting people see the results. Hi. Lots of beautiful faces there.
Thank you so much for all the helpers. Okay. Okay, so election of the host organization for the 76th March meeting to General Assembly 2027. We have the results. In favor of Metsaranda 49, against Metsaranda 10, abstention 5, for a total of 64. In this case, it means that Metsaranda is elected as host organization for the 76th March meeting, General Assembly 2027. Do we have someone from Metsaranda here? Yes, congratulations. Do you accept this, I guess?
We accept.
Oh, sorry. I knew that. This is very close. No, I it cannot be. No. That was 59.
Right. With that, the elections are closed. I want to say thank you for everyone. Congratulations to the candidates. We did this pretty well, I would say. There wasn't big issues in the end, so very much grateful for your collaboration. Let's keep this up because it's not the end of the plenary yet. We have some procedural motions that we want to get through as we have a little bit of time. That is in order to make sure that tomorrow also goes smooth. And if tomorrow goes smooth, we can even do some funny motions at the end of plenary 6, which might be enjoyable. This is a speakers list, okay. Add you on the speakers list, wait a few seconds. This is on behalf of TO. IFMSA TO would like to be on the speakers list. And also, if you, 1 second. I just want to be on the speakers list. Mitsaranda. So before we do the speakers list, I just want to let everyone know you don't need to be alone at the table anymore. If you want your friend to join you, that's fine as we finish the elections. But you can only be 2 per animals at the table once more. Don't crowd the space, otherwise our returning officers cannot give you the mic. And you can move quietly. Yes, Tio, you can come back to your table as well.
Oh, yeah.
I have it. If you want, you can use my phone. It would be so fun.
This could make I didn't go to the session. You just go for it. Let's keep it. Sí. Yeah, sí. Sí, that's the one. The dress is very nice. Which one did you pick? From the back, do you remember? Which one? No. It's the back. The design. No. Go around. Diamond. It's very confident. I think I care. What are we doing like this? What? Standing up for a statement. Yes. We wait for coming, no? Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Also need to add. It feels so bad. No. Let me check. If it's taken. If it's taken.
So if you came back to your friends, I understand it's exciting, but we do have some procedural motions after the speakers list. Okay. Okay, so we will start with the speakers list. IFMSA TO, you have 2 minutes. Dearest IFMSA family, today we celebrate a milestone filled with hope, ambition, and bold leadership. With immense joy and pride, the IFMSA team of officials congratulates Mitsara Rwanda on being selected to host the March meeting 2027 General Assembly in Kigali. This achievement is a powerful reflection of your dedication to our federation and your belief in its future. Taking on the responsibility of hosting a General Assembly is not simply about organizing an event. It's about daring to carry the spirit of IFMSA and transforming it into an experience that will inspire generations of medical students. It requires vision beyond logistics, resilience in the face of challenges, collaboration, and a deep sense of purpose. Metsar Rwanda has demonstrated all of this with clarity and determination.
In March 2027, Kigali will become the heartbeat of IFMSA, uniting voices across borders, fostering lifelong friendships, and marking a proud milestone for African region as it continues to elevate and strengthen our federation at the global stage. To the entire Metso Rwanda team, your courage to step forward has already made a meaningful impact. We stand beside you with confidence, trust, and excitement as the journey for March meeting 2027 begins, and we cannot wait to see you in Kigali shine brightly to the world. With celebration and unwavering support, IFMSA TO 2025-26.
Thank you so much. Metsar Rwanda, please raise your voting card so we know. Thank you so much, our dear returning officers. You have 2 minutes.
Dear Chair, dear EB, dear members, dear friends, on behalf of Medical Student Association Rwanda, Metsar Rwanda, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to all animals for the trust you have placed in us by selecting MEDSA Rwanda to host the IFMSA March Meeting 2027. This moment is including for our members, for the medical students across the region. Your vote is not only a decision about a meeting, it's a message of confidence, solidarity, and belief in the power of global student collaboration. We are truly grateful for every animal that supported our bid, to those who asked questions that helped us strengthen our vision, to the CCC and the delegates who engaged with us throughout the process. Your feedback and encouragement have meant a lot to us. Hosting MM27 in Rwanda will be more than just organizing a general assembly. It's an opportunity to bring IFMSA family together in Rwanda, country known for Thousand Hills, a place of resilience, innovation, and hospitality. Together, we aim to create space where ideas, goals, partnerships strengthen, and the voices of medical students continue to shape the future of global health. To have global health. To the IFMSA community, thank you so much for believing in us. Promise to let policy to deliver the meaningful, inclusive, and forgiving General Assembly at our 30th anniversary as MEDSA, and as we celebrate and host 76th IFMSA General Assembly March Meeting. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Let's in Sudan. Please, you have 2 minutes.
Dear IFMSA family, first, we would like to warmly congratulate MEDSA Rwanda on being elected to host March Meeting 2027. We would also like to sincerely thank MEDSA Rwanda for the dedication, effort, passion they invested in preparing the candidature for the federation. For many of us, this decision carries a deeper meaning. It's not only about selecting a host, it's also about recognizing the commitment, capability, the leadership that they have continuously demonstrated within our community. MEDSA Rwanda has proven its capacity to host many impactful IFMSA meetings, which were widely recognized for their excellent organization, commitment to safety, and efforts to ensure accessibility for delegations across the Federation. Today's decision is therefore a moment of pride for many of us across the region. It reminds us that our Federation truly belongs to all its regions, and that the dedication and contributions of African animals continue to shape the future of IFMSA. MEDSA Sudan is proud to stand in support of Rwanda, and we look forward to witnessing the incredible work that they will undoubtedly go into delivering March Meeting 2027. Once again, congratulations. Once again, congratulations. Once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Just making sure, Msaka Kenya, is your raised hand to be on the speaker's list, or is it in support of the statements? Online?
Both.
Both, okay. We can put you on the speaker's list then. Msaka Kenya, you have 2 minutes, please. You may begin.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. Dear IFMSA family, on behalf of the Medical Students Associations of Kenya and many other SIMBAs, I want to extend our deepest heartfelt gratitude for the entire IFMSA family for electing our brothers and sisters in MEDSA Rwanda to host the March Meeting in 2027. By entrusting this monumental global event to Rwanda, you have cast a powerful vote of confidence in the SIMBA region and the unparalleled potential of African student leadership. Bringing the General Assembly to the heart of East Africa is a victory for all of us. It breaks down barriers to access, amplifies diverse global health perspectives, and proves that our region is ready to take the lead on the world stage. To MedSurg Rwanda, congratulations. Msaki Kenya stands shoulder to shoulder with you. We are ready to mobilize our trainers and share our resources and offer unwavering support to ensure the 2027 March meeting is a historic success. Thank you to all the NMOs, NMO presidents, to a stronger IFMSA family, for one IFMSA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. With this, the speakers list is now closed. We will proceed. Of ballot suspension, is there any additional speakers list request? Okay, I did receive a request for an additional speakers list before we go into the procedural motion. And there is a trigger warning. Content warning is conflicts. If you need a moment to exit the room, you may exit the room if you wish to, knowing of this trigger warning. I'll give you a few seconds to do it. Anyone else wants to be on this speaker specifically about conflicts? Lemsek Lebanon. We'll add Lemsek Lebanon to the speakers list. PMSA Palestine as well. You want to be on the speakers list about trigger warning conflicts?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else wants to be on this specific speakers list? No, okay. IFMSA TO, you have 2 minutes, please.
Dear animals, today as we gather here for this General Assembly of our beloved Federation, we cannot ignore the reality unfolding beyond these walls. Among us today are 4 team of official members and the Lemsek, Lebanon, INSA Iran, IFMSA Kurdistan, and PEMSA Palestine delegations. They're present in this room, participating in plenaries, contributing to discussions, and working for the success of this meeting, just like every other delegate here. But their reality is very different from ours. At this moment, their countries are facing bombardment and escalating violence. Flights are being cancelled, communication with their families and loved ones is uncertain. And many of them do not even know whether they will be able to go home safely or what they will return to. Their families are there, their lives are there, their homes are there. And yet, they are here. They're here showing commitment to this federation, demonstrating resilience and professionalism in the face of fear, uncertainty, and emotional distress. Their presence today is a powerful reminder that behind every conflict we read about in the news, there are real people. People we sit next to, people we work with, people we call colleagues and friends. As medical students and future physicians, we cannot pretend that war is distant from our mission. Conflict is one of the greatest threats to health, to dignity, and to human life. It destroys healthcare systems, displaces communities, and leaves lasting trauma on entire generations. Our federation has always stood for peace, solidarity, and the protection of human life. And solidarity means more than words. It means recognizing that members of our community are affected. It means standing beside them when they face uncertainty and fear. And it means using the voices and platforms we have as medical students to advocate for peace and for the protection of civilians. We hereby call on national member organizations to stand in solidarity with these delegations present here today. Encourage animals to use their advocacy channels, their networks, and their platforms to call for peace and the protection of civilians.
You are out of time for 2 minutes. Thank you. We continue with the speakers list. Lamsek Lebanon, please, you have 2 minutes.
May I ask for 3 minutes, please?
I cannot grant you more than 2 minutes as specified in the adopted hybrid GA guidelines that was voted upon during plenary 1 of this current General Assembly. The only time you may exceed that up to 5 minutes is during the agenda point any other business that is occurring at the plenary 6. I apologize.
No worries, thanks. Dear NMOs, I stand before you today with a heavy heart. Only hours ago, new threats were issued to bomb entire neighborhoods in Beirut. As we sit here in this hall, we do not know what the exact hours will bring. Many of us Lebanese present here are refreshing our phones, waiting for messages from our families, hoping to hear that they are safe. For us, this is not a distant headline. It is our home, it is our streets, it is our voices of our parents and family telling us just pray for us. And there's a strange feeling in being here today, not to stand in a room filled with colleagues from all around the world, discussing health and leadership while at the same time wondering whether our families are still safe back home. There's a strange feeling in trying to focus on procedures while messages arrive from loved ones saying that explosions can be heard nearby, that bags are being packed as millions of people are walking on foot to evacuate their homes amid road closures. Many of us sitting here today come from places where conflict is not an abstract discussion. It is something that enters our homes, our hospitals, and our communities. And yet, we are here. We are here because we believe in the values that bring us together in this federation. We believe that the role of health professionals and medical students is not only to learn how to treat disease, but to also stand for humanity, dignity, and the protection of life. But today, it is difficult not to feel the weight of it all. We sit in lecture halls learning how to save lives while our own communities struggle simply to survive. We prepare to become physicians while hospitals anticipate mass casualties, while healthcare systems face overwhelming pressure, and while civilians live in fear of the next siren or explosion. So today, I stand before you not only as a delegate, but as someone whose city is facing a danger at this very moment. And all I ask is that we remember the human stories behind the headlines. Because some of us here, those headlines are our lives. Speak up and don't remain silent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lamsik Lebanon. UNICEF Palestine, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. This statement is on behalf of IFMSA Palestine, IFMSA Joe, MITSCO Oman, IFMSA Iraq, IFMSA Algeria, Denim Brazil, SS Catalonia, HIMSIC Greece, SFGH UK, Bohemia Bosnia and Herzegovina, and in Portugal, IFMSA UE, IFMSA Quebec, FIVO7 Venezuela, IFMSA Spain, Association with Tunisia, LIMSIC Lebanon, IFMSA Serbia, IFMSA Morocco, IFMSA Egypt, and any NMO who raises their voting card. Dear Chair, TO, and delegates, we speak on behalf of Palestinian medical students to express our concerns about the ongoing humanitarian crisis affecting access to healthcare and medical education. Prolonged movement restrictions and administrative barriers hinder timely access to healthcare and continuity of care. These challenges also disrupt medical training and clinical exposure, imposing a significant barrier to equitable medical education. For IFMSA, they limit the ability to organize national and international events and host exchange students, threatening the sustainability of PAMSA growth activities and collaboration with other NMOs. Despite the declared ceasefire in Gaza, the medical student community remains unable to operate as an active IFMSA chapter due to destroyed infrastructure, displacement, interrupted academic institutions, and the tragic loss of members. As a result, student-led initiatives and community engagement programs are suspending, limiting representation and participation within the IFMSA network. Moreover, Palestinians face significant barriers to the international travel, forcing students to transit through neighboring countries, permit requirements, sudden closures, and regional instability make participation in global events financially, logistically, and psychologically challenging. Two of our delegates were stranded abroad for 4 days due to the recent escalation of conflict in the Middle East, and only one of them could make it to Denmark today, placing our students at an unfair disadvantage in accessing international opportunities and professional development. We argue the IFMSA community and stakeholders to support equitable access to healthcare and medical opportunities for all students, especially those affected by humanitarian crisis. Thank you.
UNICEF Palestine, thank you so much. Your time is up. Thank you.
SUMSA Switzerland, this is a point of order by SUMSA Switzerland. This has to do with the procedure that I'm violating.
It is about just remember what we signed about filming and pictures during such statements, which are really, really complicated topics, and many are in a situation where it's not easy because they are tired, they have their personal opinions, and there is their representation of the students they do represent. And so I would just like to remind, because I saw people taking pictures, even videos, and even if it's alumni and so on, please. It is a situation which is really not comfortable for any of us. And so I just would like, especially in these statements, to remember our code of conduct, please. And thank you very much.
Thank you for the reminder. Supervising Council, this is a point of order by SUPCO. Could we give a mic to Supervising Council, SUPCO?
Matihihi Sabko, well, we agree with what Phyllis said. This was not point of order. So it was point of information. So please be mindful of that.
Thank you so much, SUPCO. We will proceed. There is a point of information by the VPM. Could we give the VPM a mic? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Switzerland, for the folder values. I will tell about them, however, I will call out people. To our alumni and externals behind, you also signed the code of conduct, so delete the videos that you have filmed in our delegations and my NMOs. So please delete the videos that you have to.
Thank you, VPM. So we will proceed. Procedural motion number 10. Paragraph until meeting 2026. A, due to the visa issued by the embassy being valid starting only on March 2, the staff recipient Najat Musima was legally unable to enter the country before the date and therefore could not attend on the first day. The entry date was determined solely by the issuing authority and was beyond the delegate's control. B, due to the ongoing situation in the Middle East, the TAF recipient Pauline Nakayenga scheduled flight was canceled on the 28th of February, shortly before departure, preventing her from arriving on the first day. The cancellation was beyond her control. She has secured an alternative flight on March 2nd with additional personal expenses and arrived at the earliest possible time on March 2nd. C, it should be suspended because the TAF's recipient did everything in their power to receive a visa on time, plan the right flights, and arrive at the earliest possible date. To ensure meaningful participation, it is important to keep the option of TAF available for delegates from MNOs who depend on this and their visa approvals. And C again, by suspending this bylaws paragraph, Nijanu Simran and Pauline Nakayenga will not only become valid recipients of TAF, but we will also reaffirm our commitment to inclusivity, equity, and ensuring that no dedicated delegate is excluded due to circumstances beyond their control. In summary, to suspend bylaws paragraph 10.29H until the end of the 75th General Assembly, March meeting 2026. This is proposed by two NMOs, SIMSA Zimbabwe and NMSC Norway. You have to explain, please. Who would like to have the mic? Please raise your voting card. Proposers, if you do not explain, this motion will not proceed.
Yes, Namsa Norway is here. So, as you have already read the motion, what we would like to do is to suspend the first part saying that the person should be present at the first day, and it's obvious from the procedural motion that that was not possible.
Thank you for the explanation. Do we have a seconder? Oh, this is a point of order from the CCC.
Deonta, the IFMCC, if the proposer does not explain points A, B, C as stated in the CNB, this PM will be invalid and cannot proceed.
Could you please repeat? It doesn't seem that people understood.
I will try and rephrase as well. Give me 1 second.
And if you could speak a little slower to the mic and slower. Yes, yes, thank you.
This is Deonta, they, them from the CCC. According to the CMB, for a procedural motion to suspend bylaws of proposal, proposers have to explain the ABC as was read out by Cameo. So if they don't do that, then the motion will be invalid and can't proceed.
Proposers, did you understand that?
Alright, so then due to the visa issues by the embassy being valid starting only on March 2nd, the TAF recipient Najat Musma was legally unable to enter the country before the date and therefore couldn't attend on the first day. The entry date was determined solely by the issuing authority and was beyond the delegate's control. Due to the ongoing situation in the Middle East, the TAF recipient Paulina scheduled flight was cancelled on 28th of February, shortly before departure, preventing her from arriving on the first date. The cancellation was beyond her control. She has secured an alternative flight on March 2nd with additional personal expenses and arrived at the earliest possible time on March 2nd. C. It should be suspended because the TAF recipient did everything in their power to receive a visa on time, plan the right flight, and arrive at the earliest possible date. To ensure full participation, it's important to keep the option of TAF available for delegates from NMOs who depends on this and their visa approvals. By suspending this bylaw paragraph, Najat Musima and Paulina will not only become valid recipient of TAF, but we will also reaffirm our commitment to inclusivity, equity, and ensuring that no one delegate is excluded due to circumstances beyond their control. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Okay, ASR Moldova. CCC. May I please ask for the consequences of this motion?
This is Deonta, they, them, CCC, to explain if this bylaw suspension, so this procedural motion passes, the TAF recipients that are currently invalid due to not being able to attend the full length of the General Assembly will still be valid and be able to get their travel assistance fund. At this moment, we cannot tell you the exact names as we have to reconfirm, but it will be all that are invalid according to 10.29H.
Thank you so much.
Is the mic you have there not working?
As this is a procedural motion, we'll go on to vote. The vote has been open. Please vote. We'll be closing the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote is closed. So we have in favor 56, against 1, abstention 4. So this means that you cannot clap because it is a ballot suspension. Please don't react in a way that would be too extreme. So please don't clap or cheer. This means the motion passes with two-thirds majority. Okay. Receive another procedural motion number 11. However, it was on the topic of the same bylaws paragraph suspension. Proposals are from IFMSA Algeria or PMSA Palestine. Are you withdrawing this motion? Yes, they are withdrawing this motion. And with that, we come to the end of plenary 5. Thank you so much. So the one second. Don't forget your voting cards. Return them to the CCC. Malika is waiting. Also, the OC is preparing for the gala that's happening here. You have a little bit of time. They will convey the information if needed. Reminder that tomorrow is our last plenary. Motions need to be submitted for 23:59 local time GMT +1 or 22:59 GMT.